Lately, something seemed off with my mom, who lives alone. The first thing that came to my mind was Alzheimer's. I suggested to my husband and mother-in-law that my mom move in with us, but they didn't agree.
Worse, my husband said, if you push this, we're getting a divorce. Just leave.
Fine, I get it. If you want me to leave, I will, but you will regret it. My name is Astoria, 35 years old. I work from home as an illustrator. Currently, I live with my husband, Powell, and my mother-in-law. A few years ago, after the passing of my father-in-law, we decided to live with my mother-in-law. I was concerned about her, so I agreed to this arrangement. We had just built a new house, so space wasn't an issue. We easily prepared a room for her. However, my husband doesn't earn much. We couldn't afford a house on our own, so my mom helped us financially. My mother-in-law seemed thrilled about the decision, especially since Powell is her only son. After the loss of her husband, she began to smile more and seemed to regain her spirit in a few months. But that peace didn't last long. About 6 months into our living arrangement, she started picking on me. One morning, after eating the breakfast I prepared, she sighed heavily.
"Oh, this tastes terrible."
"What?"
"I've thought this for a while now, Astoria. Why do you serve me such salty food? What's your intention?"
I'm sorry. I tasted it before serving."
"I don't want to hear excuses. Are you trying to send me to an early grave with all this salt?"
"No, I didn't mean to." And when I'd be working in my room, she would barge in without knocking.
"Astoria, stop hiding in your room and do some housework."
"But I'm working right now."
"Work? Sitting at your computer and drawing isn't work. How is that a job?"
"This is my job. Yes, I draw, but it's not just for fun."
"Don't talk back to me. If you do, I'll tell Powell you're neglecting your duties."
"That's not true." But that was just the beginning. She even started asking me for money.
"Just $500 will do, Astoria."
I can't afford that right now."
"Stingy. Aren't you earning money with your computer?"
It's so cheeky of her to mention earning only when she wants money. In the end, I gave in and handed her the money. This went on for a while, and with my work suffering, my frustration grew. I couldn't take it anymore and decided to talk to my husband. "Hey, Powell, can we talk?"
What? I just got back from work and I'm tired.
"I'm sorry, but can we do something about your mom?"
What about her?
"She interrupts my work daily, complains about the chores, and even asks for money. I can't get any work done and it's really stressing me out." He looked annoyed and responded sarcastically.
You know, you don't have to consult me about every little thing.
"What?"
When mom acts like that, it means you're not doing your job as a wife, right? It's your fault. Besides, she's a housewife. Why can't you just give her some spending money willingly?
"Wait a minute. I do all the housework, and why should I be the one giving her money?"
Because if you were doing the housework properly, she wouldn't be upset. Understand that? Think of the money as a token of gratitude. It's a fee for her guidance on your poor housekeeping.
"That's not—" I was dizzy from my husband's unexpected words. Instead of support, he blamed me. He continued looking down at me.
Listen, you're the wife here. You're married into my family. Just listen and do as you're told.
"But—"
Wyatt, Mom has been a housewife longer than you. She knows more. Her word is law. Got it?
But...
From now on, if you upset Mom, I won't forgive you. Just do your job as a wife perfectly. Understand?
With a face like a gargoyle, he stormed out of the room. Tears streamed down my face. Why is it always me? Why am I the one being blamed? We started living together thinking it was a good thing, but I never expected it to turn out like this. I deeply regretted agreeing to live with them. One day, I felt like hearing my mom's voice, so I called her. "Mom, it's me, Astoria." "Oh, Astoria, it's been so long since you last called. What have you been up to?" It's only been 2 days since we last spoke." "What are you talking about? You haven't contacted me in 2 months." What?" I had a bad feeling our conversation wasn't making sense. The word Alzheimer's crossed my mind. Worried, I took my mom to the hospital the next day. My fears were confirmed. She was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Though it was mild, the doctor said it would be difficult for her to live alone. She had me late in life, so she's already well into her 70s. I couldn't believe that my energetic mom had Alzheimer's. That night, I told my husband and mother-in-law about the diagnosis. Mother-in-law, Powell, I need to talk to you about something. They both looked annoyed.
What is it? It's probably nothing important.
Is it even relevant to us?
It's about my mom. Today, she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
What? Alzheimer's?
Your mom? Seriously?
Yes, so about what we should do. Before I could finish, they burst into laughter.
Poor thing, having Alzheimer's. I don't want to be involved with sick people.
Right, how weak must her brain be to get Alzheimer's at her age?
Wait, why are you saying such things? Ignoring my confusion, they continued laughing.
People who get Alzheimer's are those who don't think much in their daily lives.
Yeah, just like you, not thinking much. That's why you'll get Alzheimer's.
Stop it. How can you say such cruel things?
Why not? It's the truth, right?
Yeah, Mom, we're just telling the truth.
This is too much. Everything went dark as their cruelty overwhelmed me.
You're not thinking of taking care of your mom, are you?
Well, I was hoping, if possible, for her to live with us here.
What? Are you kidding me? Why should we live with someone with Alzheimer's?
She's not just someone with Alzheimer's, she's still in her early stages and can take care of herself.
That's not the point. We're not living with her, period.
I accepted living with your mother, so why not mine? Suddenly, my husband slammed the table and glared at me.
Don't compare a healthy person like my mom to your sick mother, got it? I will never agree to live with her.
But if something happens to her, I'll regret it forever.
I don't care about your regrets. You married into this family. Just listen to us.
No matter how much I tried to persuade them, their stance remained unchanged. So I made another proposal. If we can't live together, at least let me visit her regularly.
What? If you do that, we'll take care of the house.
I'll manage the housework. I'm just really worried about her, please.
No?
Why not?
Obviously, every time you visit her, it will cost money. And we will have to pay for her medical bills. Our finances will suffer.
It's my money.
No, you're not visiting her. End of story.
Far from living with Mom, I was not even allowed to go to her place and am completely stuck in all directions. Even mother-in-law, who was listening to the conversation, added a blow to me.
Astoria, do you even understand your position here?
Mother-in-law, please, I am really worried about her.
Enough. You're part of the Brown family now. Just listen to Powell and me. But enough. If you keep this up, we'll divorce. How dare you defy us? Get out.
Hearing the word divorce from her, my husband joined in, barely holding back his laughter.
Hey, divorce sounds good. We don't need a wife who prioritizes a sick person over her own family.
Are you serious?
You call yourself an illustrator, but you barely make anything. You're so arrogant.
It's a real job.
Enough. Let's divorce. If you want to take care of a sick person so badly, just leave.
All the anger I had been holding back exploded. I won't let them mock me or my mom. They're not my family anymore. If that's how they feel, I'll leave. With my mind made up, I told them, fine, if that's how you feel, I'll leave. For a moment, they looked shocked, but then they smirked.
Good. Do what you want, just leave quickly.
I never thought you would leave on your own. I'm so happy.
I'll pack my things and go back to my parents' house, send the divorce papers by mail.
Sure thing. I'll get them from the courthouse tomorrow and send them right over.
This is perfect. Just my lovely son and me living together.
I'll go pack my things now.
Hurry up. We're having a party with Mom tonight.
Sounds great. Let's go out for steak.
This family is done. Watching them celebrate, I quickly started packing. Soon, with the two of them smiling broadly, I left that house behind. A few days later, I received divorce papers from my husband, which I promptly signed and submitted. When I told my mom, she looked apologetic. I'm so sorry, Astoria. This is all because of me. Don't be silly. I feel so much better without those terrible people as family. When you first mentioned living together, I was actually worried. That mother-in-law, she's a bit off, right? I should have stopped the construction of the new house more firmly. I'm truly sorry. Don't apologize. I'm happy now, living here with you. Astoria, thank you so much. So, is that matter all settled? Yes, it's all good. I'm already on it. I showed her the documents and my mom smirked mischievously. That's right. I won't let it end with just a divorce. My revenge is just beginning. 2 weeks later, just as I expected, I received a frantic call from my husband.
Hey, what the hell are you thinking?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. I got the house sale documents. You sent them, didn't you?
Yes, I did. It's all written there. Any problems?
Don't play games. Selling our house, I'll never allow it.
The first thing I did after divorcing my husband was to sell the house we lived in with his mother. He seemed to have forgotten about the time we built the house and angrily confronted me.
Why can't you sell that house? It's ours.
Ours? Really?
It's our marital property. We're divorced, so we need to split the assets fairly.
His absurd claim made me burst into laughter. Are you kidding? Split assets? Don't make me laugh.
What's so funny?
Do you even realize why we were always short on money?
That's because you never earned enough. I have savings.
You're wrong.
What?
I had to give money to your mother almost every day. That's why my savings are almost gone. If we were to split assets, I would just take half of your savings.
You're joking, right?
It seemed he didn't know that my savings were almost depleted. Still, he persisted.
But we have the house, our house.
I told you, I'm selling it.
You can't decide that on your own. My mom and I live here. If you insist on selling, give me half the sale price.
Remember when we bought the house, my mom paid for it in full because we couldn't get a loan?
Did she?
Yes, at that time I wasn't earning much and you had just changed jobs with a low salary. My mom paid for the whole thing. I recently checked the property deed with her. The house is in her name.
Oh, I remember now. I left everything to you.
I thought so. But now you understand, right? We don't have the right to decide whether to sell the house. It's up to my mom. And she's on my side. Get it?
Damn it.
Finally realizing his position, my husband pleaded in a tearful voice.
Please, wait. What will happen to my mom and me without this house?
I don't care. We filed for divorce, so we are strangers now. I owe you nothing.
Don't say that. I apologize for everything. Just leave the house, please.
So what's your plan? Buy the house in full from my mom?
Don't joke. That's impossible, you heartless woman.
My husband seemed to have let his true feelings slip, showing an awkward reaction with a hesitant, Seizing the moment, I fired back at him. Now you're asking for help? You think that's going to fly after all this time? Are you out of your mind? After all the times you and your mom belittled me, you think we can just pretend it never happened? You brought this on yourself.
Please, wait. I'm begging you.
I'm genuinely relieved to cut ties with you and your terrible mother. From now on, it's just me and my mom. I couldn't care less about what happens to you two. I hope you both sink to the lowest depths together. I hung up the phone without waiting for a response and blocked his number. And just like that, I was finally free from them. Later on, I heard they moved out of their house and started living in a cramped apartment. With his meager salary and his mother who had only ever been a housewife, their downfall was easy to imagine. Now, his mother apparently works a hectic part-time job at a supermarket. On the other hand, my mom and I are living peacefully. Thankfully, her Alzheimer's is still in the early stages. However, I know it's going to get tougher in the future. That's why I want to spend as much time as possible with my mom, my only family. I've made a promise to myself to cherish every moment I have left with her.